Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicole Concilio and welcome to the video, y'all. I am so damn excited today because we are going to be testing out the new Tarte Double Duty Beauty Face Tape Foundation, okay, y'all? This foundation broke the internet last year and actually was one of my first trending videos ever on the trending page of YouTube, TBT. So I am excited to sit down and be reviewing and testing out round 2 of this bad boy. And without further ado, y'all, let's get into some face tape. There were a lot of you guys that wanted me to review this, and then there were some of you that were like, nope, that this ain't it. Like, they shouldn't have to do this their second time around and create more shades and blah, 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 blah. And I agree. I totally understand and agree where y'all are coming from. I even said that in my first video. Like, I can't even imagine wanting to try a foundation and not having my shade range. I just don't, I just can't even believe that that's like a thing. I've been so lucky to never have to experience that. But I have so many people of color that watch me and I need to be a voice for them. You know what I mean? So I do definitely agree that, like, it is kind of like, okay, like, you know, they should have definitely got it right on the first try. But I will say that putting aside the whole shade range issue, the foundation itself needed a lot of work. As you guys know, I did not like the hydrating one whatsoever. And the matte one, you know, it was good, but it definitely wasn't like a foundation that I was reaching for constantly. And I actually had this idea to maybe do half of the old Shape Tape and half of the new Shape Tape, or Face Tape rather. But I don't even have the old Shape Tape foundation because that's how much I didn't even like it. So this is what we got going on here. There's 50 shades now. I do feel like there should be a little bit more darker shades. There are a lot of that medium shade going on, which I feel like maybe they could have compressed, but you know what? At least they're trying. At least they're trying with the 50 shades. I have 2 shades here. I have medium golden and light medium sand. I think I'm gonna go in with light medium sand. I am all different colors, okay? I have spray tan wearing off. I have a goggle tan. My beanie tan is still popping. So I have no idea what shade I am. What I'm gonna do first, however, is let this sit on the back of my hand because there is a mushroom extract in it. And I think I am allergic to mushrooms. I've never gotten a blood test on it or like a prickly allergy test, but the few times that I've eaten mushrooms, I've gotten a little bit of a weird skin reaction going on. So I'm just gonna let this sit on the back of my hand for about a few minutes while I go over some of the product details for you guys. So this is going to be available obviously on Tarte.com. It's part of their Double Duty Beauty line, and this is now a pump foundation. When you pick it up, it's a plastic, so it is travel friendly. It definitely doesn't feel as luxe as like the Vanish from Hourglass. Like, you pick this up and you're like, okay, this is a luxury foundation. Whereas with this, you pick it up and you're like, oh, it's light, it's travel proof, and that's kind of it. Like, I don't really think luxury when I look at the packaging or like when I feel the weight of it. So we got this going on here, and let's see what else I can find about this puppy. How much does it cost? They also have like undertones. They have N equals neutral, S equals sand/yellow, H equals honey/peach, B equals beige/pink, and G equals golden/olive. I would normally resonate towards a more golden. However, right now it's the winter and I'm not, I'm not really tan or like, as anything. So from Tarte's Instagram, it says it's vegan, waterproof, sweatproof, transfer-proof, formulated with skin-loving ingredients, the mushroom extract, hyaluronic acid, apple fruit extract, hydration, protect the skin against environmental aggressors, beep bop bop. I'm trying to find the price for y'all. Where is this damn price? All right, I'll list the price below in the description bar for y'all. So it's on the back of my hand. There's no itching or burning. It's been on there for about a good 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna remove it off the back of my hand and see if there's any bumps or anything. And it looks, this is the hand that it was on. It looks completely fine. I think I have to ingest it in order to have a reaction, but we'll see because we're going to be doing a wear test. I'm wearing this to some events tonight, so hopefully it doesn't do me dirty. My skin is already prepped and primed. I'm going to do one pump on the back of my hand and then blend it out, and there is no going back from here. So say a little prayer for me forever. Please, God, I don't want to have a reaction. With one pump, I'm able to cover a decent amount of my face. Keep in mind, I'm a full coverage hoe type of girl. So, like, this may be a lot to some people. I'm not telling you have to put your makeup on like this, but this is how I normally like to do my makeup, so I'm doing it this way, y'all. All right, and I'm just gonna go on in and blend it out. Now, I'm really excited that this is hydrating because, yeah, it's got a scent, so just keep that in mind. It's not an unbearable scent, so don't freak out on that. Yes, this is definitely a hydrating foundation. It's very, like, glistening, you know? That glistening feel. I'm probably gonna have to do one more full pump all around just from like looking at my skin. I feel like I kind of want a little bit more coverage in this area. So that's just like my first impressions right off the bat is I think we're gonna have to do a second coat. But I do feel like that's very normal with hydrating products because I don't know, there's something about like moisturizing products and pigment where it's like kind of like you always have to go over it a second time. I've felt so we are gonna 100% do a second layer to see how this works out. And I'm not gonna do anything like too crazy, just like a little bit. For me, this is a little bit, okay? And I'm just gonna go in and blend a little bit more on top. I also am just getting over being sick, so I feel like my skin and everything isn't up to par of what I would like it to be. Like, it's kind of all over the place, my skin at the moment. Especially from blowing my nose about 150 times a day. That's been killing me! I feel like that second layer definitely helped. However, I do feel like my pores look very big right here. I'm going to stop right now and zoom you guys on in before I set the foundation so we can get a little bit of a closer look of everything. All right, welcome to my up close and personal face. How you doing? All right, so I'm going to look directly at the camera. Hopefully I'm not making you uncomfortable. And I'm going to look down at the mirror so I can kind of see what I'm talking about. But right here, I feel like my pores look a little bit larger than they normally would. I'm not sure if that's because this is a hydrating foundation. I usually like to use demi or satin finish foundations. I haven't used a hydrating foundation in a very, very long time. Obviously, we still need to put our concealer on. We still need to put our powders on. There's a whole bunch of shit that still needs to be put on our face. So I'm not going to make any quick assumptions just yet, but I did want to just show you guys what the tea is, kind of my skin, and I don't use any video filters on my videos, so this is what it really looks like on my skin. I am very lucky and very blessed to have nice looking skin, but I still feel like you definitely can see evidence of pores, which, you know what, I mean, I'm only human, I'm gonna have pores, but I use a lot of foundations where the pores aren't this visible, so I'm hoping that I can fix it with some concealer. So I am gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Concealer in the shade 200, and I'm just going to start applying this in the corners like so. And then I always like to get the sides of my nose. Again, like, this may look like a lot of makeup to anyone that's new to my channel, but this is honestly how I do my makeup on a daily basis. So I want to make sure that it can hold up with how I like to do my makeup. I want to make sure it can really hold up on those days where, like, I'm going for full glam, I'm going for full coverage, I'm going for, like, you know, beat to the gods look. So I want to make sure it holds up with that. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my ColourPop Dark 177C. This is the No Filter Stick Foundation, and I'm just going to add my contour pieces. I'm going to do everything, like, I'm going to do it today, you know what I mean? We're going to see what it looks like with full freaking coverage, full situation going on. So now I'm just gonna go on in and blend out that concealer, and hopefully we can get a better idea of what this is gonna look like once we set everything, because you never know, like, foundations can be so tricky and so different when you set them versus when they're just like wet on your face. So it's all about like manipulating formulas and seeing what works. So yeah, see, like, adding that full coverage concealer I feel like helped a little bit with the pores. I do feel like I'm very pory though. All right, I'm going in, blending this beach out, and then I'm just gonna blend out my nose contour. I always feel like I need a little bit more concealer in the middle of my nose. I don't know why, but this happens to me all the time. Whenever I'm blending out my nose contour, I'm always like, shit, I need more concealer. I don't know what it is, but I always feel like I need a shit ton of concealer on my nose. My skin is super porous though. Okay, you guys, so it looks definitely more promising once I have that concealer on and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. I always set my face with the Laura Mercier, or I switch back between Patrick's powder. I'm gonna use Laura Mercier today, and I'm going in with my Morphe E48 brush, and I'm just going to be tapping that, and I'm getting out any creasing that may have formed, and I'm gonna go right on in and set this bitch. Okay, so as you guys can see, this part of my face is set, and the pores look way better than what it looks like over here. You guys can see my pores so much more. I hope it's picking up on my camera. I can see it in my monitor, but you never know. But just trust me that my pores, when it's not set, are huge. But it seems like setting the foundation fixes the pore problem. All right, so I feel like I just set my whole face, and I feel like the foundation looks pretty good after setting it. I'm not gonna lie, I was very worried at first. Like, I was like, oh my God, my pores. But this is definitely looking a bit more promising, and I'm just gonna swipe everything off. And I do feel like you need to set your whole face, whether you are dry or not, because this is a very hydrating foundation, and it does kind of have that little dewiness to it, so you want to make sure that everything is really, really set. All right, so I'm gonna now move on to our contours, see how everything, you know, sits with a contour. And I'm going in with my Marc Jacobs Tantastic. What else is freaking new? Someone let me know when a good bronzer contour comes out, because I'm ready for new products. But damn, I swear to you, I haven't found anything better than this Marc Jacobs thing. And I feel like it's very airbrushed looking. Some powders can look very like chalky or just like patchy. I'm gonna be using the ABH X Amrezy highlighter, my favorite highlighter of all time. Really good highlighter. So far, everything is blending nicely on top of the Shape Tape. It really had me nervous there for a second, but again, I'm gonna wear this throughout the night. I do feel I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to say anything, but I do feel a little weird right here, like a little itchy, maybe from the mushroom situation, but could all just be in my mind too, because I'm really nervous about it. Let's go over with some blush. This is Winter Kiss from Kylie Cosmetics, my favorite blush out there. And I'm just gonna pop this on the apples of a bitch's cheeks. That looks cute. All right, so now I'm gonna spray this with a little bit of the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray for hydration. Got a little spray happy. Right now, I think everything looks very, very nice. Again, I cannot reiterate enough how I was very nervous with the pores. My pores looked very large, so that could happen to you until you set it. I'm coming in even closer for you guys to see. I'm turning sideways so you can check it out. But I feel like everything looks pretty good right now. I'm not really like mad about anything in particular, but I am going to wear this throughout the night to see how it does. I will check back in with y'all. I am going to try to film on my iPhone to do some check-ins. However, a lot of the times when I go to events, it's usually very dark and very loud and blasting music. So if I can find an area where it's not loud and there's pretty good lighting, I will show y'all the foundation. But this is what it looks like in my beauty lighting. I feel like it looks pretty good right now. But let's see how it wears, and I also want to see how it takes off, because I want to make sure I don't have any hives or anything. All right, I gotta go now. I'll be back in a jiff. Okay, you guys. Oof. You could tell my hair is done and I'm in a different little outfit going on here. I just got back from the events. Unfortunately, it was very loud at both events, so I wasn't really able to record much. And there was no lights, really. It was very dark, so I felt like, what's the purpose? I'll just do one final check-in. So I'm going to show you guys what my face looks like now after wearing it for about 6 hours. I have this line here. This is probably the worst this line has ever been. But I was talking and like laughing the most I usually do. I've been to other events and used other foundations where like I haven't had a problem like this. I feel like this is really, that's very creased. It may not look that creased on camera, but for me in person, this is a very, like I look pretty old. Like it looks very creased. So that right there is my only issue. For the most part, I think overall it was a good and better foundation from what their first launch was. I definitely would reach for it again. However, I still would have to say my Dior and the Hourglass foundation reigns supreme for me right now. Those are the two that I have really been loving. But if you like Shape Tape and you want to check out the Face Tape, I don't think you'll be too disappointed. But just keep in mind, if you are an animated person like me, you may want to keep like a Beauty Blender sponge on you so that you can buff out some of that creasing. Ooh, that just made it a million times worse. Maybe you don't want to do that. You definitely don't want to buff it out. I would say if I had to rate this out of like 10, I would say it's probably about a 7 out of 10 or like a B minus out of like A through F. So I would say it's definitely like maybe a C plus, but I would say it's definitely not like the worst foundation. I still think the Morphe foundation is the worst foundation I've ever tried in my life. I feel like this is the formula wise and the coverage wise and like the kind of like airbrushness it's got going on here, I feel like is really good. It's a big step up from the other Shape Tape foundations. That formula needed a lot of work, and I feel like a lot of it was resolved with this new formula. However, I am going to give this foundation another try because I personally feel like, and now here I am just getting unready, I want to see if I have any hives from the mushrooms. I want to see if it would crack nearly as bad if maybe I set the foundation a little bit more in that area, or maybe if I used it on days where like I know I wasn't going to be talking that much, because like we all have our foundations that we wear to, like, let's say for example you have a foundation that you're going to wear to a photo shoot or to a wedding or to like your birthday party, whereas like you have your everyday foundation that you're going to wear to work. I can feel this being an everyday foundation and then like having your Dior and your like Hourglass for special occasions, but I don't think personally I would wear this every day just because of my little quick first impression experience with it. But I do want to still give her a go and see another time what the tea is. But as of right now, I'm not like super blown out of the water, but at the same time it is a really big step up and a big improvement from their last formula. So far I'm wiping off the makeup and I don't really see any hives or anything too alarming. My face does get very red when I wipe my makeup off initially, so just keep that in mind. I don't think I had any allergic reaction. Like I said, I'm not even 100% sure if it was the mushrooms that I was allergic to. All I know is that like I ate mushrooms and I've never had mushrooms before in my life, and this one time I ate them on 2 different occasions I got really bad hives. So I just was kind of like ruling it out that it was mushrooms. I probably only need to just ingest it to get a reaction. I don't think it being on my face is really gonna do much, but this is a very half-assed job, but I'm doing it really fast just so like you guys can get a view of it, because I know that when I posted that I was allergic to mushrooms and that there was mushroom extract in the foundation, posted on Twitter, I know a bunch of you guys were like, oh crap, I'm allergic to mushrooms too. So this is what my face looks like. Obviously not all of the makeup is off right now. I still need to cleanse and everything, but this is just a rough patch, and I feel like I don't have any like alarming hives. I don't have anything that's like too out of the ordinary. This is typically what my face looks like after like rubbing it and wearing makeup for a really long time. I'm gonna go over with a second wipe. I actually just ran out of my Neutrogena wipes. Those ones I can usually get all my makeup off with one wipe. But yeah, I feel like it definitely didn't give me hives. Again, I would have to test it out in the long run and see like if later down the line it would, because a lot of the times you won't have a reaction the first time you try something. It usually takes like maybe a second or third time. At least that's my experience with allergies. I'm rambling like all hell. Yeah, so anyway, you guys, foundation, quick recap. I would say a C plus, B minus. I would say it's a 7 out of 10. It's a big improvement from their last formula. The shade range is definitely an improvement as well. I do feel like there should be a little bit deeper skin tone shades, but I do feel like they're heading in the right direction, or at least like on the right track now with this foundation. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this review. I hope it was helpful for y'all. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!